Sorry about the little delay. Now we can go straight to business. Just to inform you also that Babajide Kolade Otitoju would be joining us from our Abuja studios in the course of the evening. Now let's go. We may not have heard the last in the Naira abuse case involving the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission, EFCC, and the Lagos socialite Pascal Okechukwu, also known as Cubana chief priest. We hear the EFCC and the socialite have reached an agreement to resolve the abuse charge outside of court. This was disclosed when the proceedings resumed on Thursday, and with this development, we expect a lessening of tension between both parties. CKN, Paul, he is the only legal head here. When you settle any case out of court, what happens next?
Well, if you settle out of court, you just go back to the court and tell the court that you've settled, and the court will dismiss the case. That's what happens. But we don't know fully the terms and the agreement being reached. I don't know whether it's what we call a plea bargain. It could be a plea bargain, as it were. It could be any, but that was not disclosed. But most often than not, in law.
You think a plea bargain can occur in a situation like this?
Anything can happen. Anything can happen. Most often than not, in law, we are taught that legal court shouldn't be your first point of call. Most often, currently, most often that's what we call ADR. We call ADR in law, alternative dispute resolution. Most often than not, people are encouraged to go through ADR and are coming to the court because it is not cumbersome, it is less expensive.
Otherwise, even at that, the court will be a last resort.
Yes. No. Whatever you agree within ADR is as good as an agreement, in as much as both of you have agreed. Okay. But if there's any snags here and there, and for whatever reason, any one of you now disagrees and say, oh, no, I do not agree, then you can now recourse to the court. But back to the issue of Cubana, the priest. I don't know why the EFCC have decided not to go the whole hog. It could be for some reasons. It could be that they feel they don't have enough case. It's possible. If EFCC feels that the essence of pursuing this case, we might not be able to win it, then it could be a reason. Second could also be that time, and it could be for so many reasons.
The chief priest lawyer may have advised him otherwise.
No, of course. That is why most people just believe that Bobrisky was very, very naive. Probably his lawyers were naive enough for them to have just gone straight and say, plead guilty. Okay? He could have just tried to go through the mill because it's a bailable offense.
Okay.
Yes, it's a bailable offense. So if Bobrisky had said, I am not guilty, what the court would have done was grant him bail. Grant him, which one is he now? Is it him or is it him? Okay. Grant him. No. But before the judge asked. Yes.
Idris Okuneye.
Yes.
Are you a man or a woman? He said, my lord, I'm a man.
Okay, so on that basis, let's take him as a man. So we would have said that not guilty, and the judge would have just released him on bail. But the most important aspect of this is that lessons have been learned.
Okay.
All the people, our celebrities and Nigerians who have taken it upon themselves to be throwing Naira around, and you see that everybody has maintained now. Now they've devised a means. I mean, what I'm seeing is that when they now get to an event, they open up a big box now where you can go and drop it, or they just have the whole money, the bundles. They hand over to you.
Otherwise, you don't throw any.
Throw one. And let the EFCC throw you away. But the basic thing is that lessons have been learned. We are now more cautious on how to handle the Naira, which is the essence of what EFCC is trying to do.
Paul, so what happens to you? What are you thinking now?
Well, I'm thinking that people should keep to the law, because whether we like it or not, of course, there are people who are saying, look, it's our culture. Why is EFCC chasing after those who are spraying the Naira? But there's a law. Section 21, subsection 1 of the CBN Act says you should not do it. So if you do it, so the fact is,
otherwise, the Oyinbo people don't spray.
Well, this is like, Nigerians, I've seen videos of Nigerians playing abroad. You understand? I mean, I'm not aware there is any law against the dollars being spread that way. And I think it's all Nigerians that do even all of that, or pounds abroad. But it is against our law that...
Yeah, but more than anything else, Paul, the need to hold our national currency in high esteem cannot be overemphasized.
Yeah, definitely, yes. So you cannot say that you are, because you are big or you have money to throw around, respect the Naira. And also, you know, there are also people that, we used to call them ashewo those days. I think there was this day where you buy Naira. That's also a crime. You know, that's an offense under the law. So I think our people should just be very responsible. Well, Cubana chief priest is a celebrity barman, but he's not above the law. So whatever agreement he has with the EFCC, a statement has been made that you cannot just abuse the Naira anyhow. So even if it is the other method they've devised, putting money inside the box and then giving it to whoever they want, probably that is more respectful to the currency. So as of now, there's a law in Nigeria against public spraying of the Naira. You may not like it. If you don't like the law, find a way of getting it repealed. But until now, as of now, the law subsists and it must be obeyed.
Otherwise, the EFCC and Cubana chief priest are mellowing.
Yeah. Then there's still this argument also that maybe the EFCC doesn't have the power to do that. Well, until a court also says that the EFCC has the power to prosecute people for Naira abuse, that is not under the purview, or it's not, the law does not permit or mandate the EFCC to do that. The EFCC is going outside the law to do that. There's also this argument.
Okay.
But until a court says the EFCC has no power to do that, for now, we just have to continue.
Yeah, because I was going to ask that you be wary of such a group.
Yes, citizen.
Yeah.
The case is not over.
Okay.
Yes, the case is not over. There's nothing in the world that make you believe that they will reach an agreement. If for any reason, the EFCC and Cubana priests, in the course of this negotiation, were not able to reach an agreement, the case will
go back, yeah.
Okay.
They'll still go, yeah, of course. They'll still go back to court. So EFCC might decide if they reach they sat down, the council of both parties couldn't reach an agreement. Then EFCC have the right to go back to the court and say, my lord, we are not able to reach an agreement.
At least we must know one thing. Yeah. Obi Cubana priest is on bail.
Yes, he is. He's on bail. He's on bail. That's what I'm saying. So if for whatever reason the EFCC and Obi Cubana were not able to reach an agreement, then definitely the court will be the last.
Our man in Abuja is standing by, so let's reach out to him. BKO, Babajide Kolade Otitoju. BKO, greetings. How are you?
I'm fine.
Enjoying Abuja?
I'm actually in Kano, not Abuja.
Okay.
See how fresh you look.
Yeah, so ignore CK and Abeg. Ignore him. So how do you weigh in on this story?
I know that the Attorney General of the Federation has the power to discontinue any criminal matter. He has tremendous powers. He is the most senior minister in the cabinet, and he's the only one that his job cannot be delegated to anybody. He is the only one that the president cannot assume his role. So in this matter, I'm sure that the EFCC have approached the Attorney General on the efforts being made by the Cubana camp to settle the matter out of court. And it may mean that Cubana chief priest has agreed to some conditions that the EFCC will stipulate. Maybe he will be a grand ambassador that will help the EFCC to propagate his message of maintaining the sanctity of our currency. He was notorious for throwing our currency around, for stomping on it, for stepping on it, showing utter disrespect to our currency. If you see him in some videos, he was flinging our currency all over the place. Nobody disrespects the dollar like that. And it was a good thing that I was invited, detained, and then put on trial. Now, the last party that he attended, he stood in front of the musician and he was transferring money to the musician. He told the musician that, look, I'm transferring money to you. That's a brand new Cubana chief priest. So whatever happens, he doesn't have to go to jail. After all, the punishment is a very lenient one. It's not a case of the EFCC not having sufficient facts. Of course, they have sufficient facts. I've seen not less than 10 videos. I've seen not less than 10 videos of Cubana chief priests.
And pictures don't lie. Pictures don't lie.
Yeah. They don't lie. Videos don't lie. You know, just like the EFCC did in the case of the actress that was convicted, they didn't stop at the actress. Even the venue where the event held, they spoke to the organizers and they got sufficient facts. Even on the phone of the accused person, they got the facts that they needed. They got the videos that they needed. So it's not, I don't think it's a case of they don't have sufficient facts. People deceiving themselves that, oh, Cubana could argue that it was not original Naira notes that he was playing. It's ridiculous how our people try to explain away things. Cubana knows that, look, he's been caught in the act. And in order not to waste the time of the court, it's a good thing that they come together to see how they can resolve it. I'm sure that at the end of the day, it's a win-win situation for the EFCC. If Cubana, with his popularity and what's it called, with the way he's popular on social media, he can actually be used by the EFCC against the desecration of our currency. And we are making good progress. I've seen parties. I attended a party in Ibadan last weekend. I didn't see anybody attempt to spray. I didn't see anybody attempt to do that. They were just putting it in a box. Mm-hmm. I was also at East Porter, where somebody walked up to me and said, Babajide, please, there's a friend of mine doing a party here. Am I allowed to simply put the money on his head? I said, if you try it, and somebody asks your opinion, you will go to jail. He said, thank you, sir. He walked away. I was looking around, trying to see whether he would summon the courage to spray the Naira note. He didn't summon the courage. So that thing is already going around, and I'm sure that that culture will change. Yes, it's our culture, but people stepping on our currency is not a good thing. And if a culture is ridiculous, a culture is bad, then we have to discard it. After all, in the past, we had a culture of killing twins in this country. And we had to stop it. Nothing says a bad culture should not be discarded. Treat the money with respect. Treat even the people that you are giving the money with respect. Why are you stoning people with money? Because you have so much. In a season of extreme hunger, it is distasteful to be throwing money around the way Cubana chief priests and others do it. The message has been passed to them, and I'm happy that we are making progress.
Okay, we thank you very kindly, Jide, for the intervention. We'll be coming in and out of Kano just to get your input. So back to here, gentlemen, we'll go to our next story.